Before listening to this episode about Mississippi burning, please consider that the movie we discussed today contains themes of racism, police brutality, violence against black people, anti-Semitism, and domestic violence. If you need to skip this episode for your own safety, we totally understand and hope you come back again next week.
Be safe with your feelings. Take care of yourself first.
For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon. There was a firefight!
Fuck you think you're doing?
You were asked a direct question. Do you use cocaine?
Am I a bad person?
You never killed a baby!
You want to know who my god is?
Some huge friggin' guy.
She somehow fornicated.
Symbolism.
Put your mouth on this.
Fish aren't meant to be in a box, kid. Can't you see what's inside of me?
Welcome, everybody, to Willem to Filmography, where we watch movies made to make white people feel good about themselves. I'm one of your hosts, Cyan Stone.
I'm the other one of your hosts, Jeff Whaley.
I'm the third one of your hosts, Jude.
And this week we watched Mississippi Burning, starring Willem Dafoe and Gene Hackman, who I'm sure was lovely on set as always. But before we get into that, let's check in with our hosts. How you doing?
We are doing good, or I am doing good at the very least.
Don't speak for me.
Jude is a strong, independent little boy who don't need no man.
I'm not a little boy.
You're not a little boy. You're also a man.
So I'm doing good. Anyway, I
Nice.
won an air fryer at a work event the other day, so that's cool. That's what's going on with me.
I've been doing homework and playing video games. I was told that last week's recording of me talking about Stardew Valley got cut out a little bit, so I'm here to say that that's a good thing, because I was a misguided soul back then.
Explain.
I must explain, because I talked mad shit about Shane's storyline just because I was in the early stages of it and of romancing him. And he can be a bit brash at first, and like you kind of go in with that joking I can fix him mentality, but then the game quickly kind of punches you in the face with like, why would you have that mentality? He's a human being type of thing. I mean, he's a sprite in a video game, but he's a human being. He represents a human being.
Both of us understand roleplay here. We'll continue.
Yeah, no, and he was actually one of the more in-depth, like, deep character explorations in the game so far that I've played.
Nice.
So that's mostly what I've been doing. I am using polyamorous mods. So after Shane, it's probably going to be
I will
hard.
say, in that thing, you were cut out a little bit, but you could kind of hear some brief things of you. And the one thing you can hear is polyamory mod. That is...
Yeah. Because, like, it pisses me off when in a game when I can't choose multiple options. And real life.
The audience actually can't tell, but Jude isn't actually here. We've created an AI Jude soundboard where all I have to do is hit a button and Jude will say something. And so here's me hitting a button.
Penis.
There we go. It's like he's still here and didn't die in that car accident. Anyway, I'm doing pretty good. I realized late last night that I don't actually have to set aside any money this paycheck for my FlexPay rent. So I decided at 6 a.m., when I normally go to bed, that I would wake up 4 hours later and walk to my local game shop to buy Warhammer minis. Then I woke up and was like, fuck, I'm tired because I only slept 4 hours. And so I just ordered them from the store online. And whatever I couldn't find from my local game shop, I got directly from Games Workshop, the company that does Warhammer 40k. But I will eventually go there to my local game shop in person to get the rundown on some paints that I should use to get the kind of effect that I want.
Hell yeah.
Nerd.
Willem Dafoe.
That's what I mean!
In this movie, man, this is the first time I'm doing an episode where I did not have a preloaded fucking Willem Dafoe.
I can just do mine real quick, and then we could go from there.
Go for it.
In the last movie, Willem Dafoe was White Jesus. In this movie, Willem Dafoe is White Savior.
There we go. He's also day one this entire movie. He is like a fetus in this movie. They must have like cut him out of the cocoon early for this movie, because he is like...
Yeah, he's pretty fresh.
You could almost see his heartbeat through his skin. Like, he's so fresh out the cocoon. They shot this movie real quick.
Yeah.
And also, if I am a bit off my game this episode, my game being unable to stop chuckling to myself to fill the silence, and also pointing out when, quote-unquote, the energy is weird when I just mean that I'm anxious. I woke up at 1, watched this movie, then immediately went back to bed for 2 hours. Yeah, I have coffee on the way.
That's actually remarkably similar to me. I woke up at like noon and was like, oh, I guess I need to watch this movie. But watched other things first and then finished the last hour I needed to eventually. Because I was using the Tubi app on my TV instead of on my computer, ads kept popping up, and that was annoying.
I woke up, I played Minecraft, I did homework, and then I watched the movie. I watched 3/4 of the movie, took a nap, watched 1/4 of the movie, and then did a bunch of research.
I watched the movie. I didn't take any notes. This is another free ball in it episode. So I have a take before we get into the summary.
Go for it.
This gave me the vibes of a slightly better produced Off Limits.
I don't think it's as racist as Off Limits.
As far as like exploitation goes.
I think this is better. I think it's more than just better produced. I do think it's well done and the intentions are better in this one, even if it is still exploitive.
Yeah. We can get into it. It's like, yeah.
This is Off Limits' liberal cousin.
They're definitely cousins, though. I understand what you...
Yes.
What you mean.
There we go. That's the description.
Yes.
And Heaven's Gate is the aunt.
It's the libertarian aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know if it's because I was sleep deprived or not. The banter between Willem and Jean seemed nonsensical to me.
It worked for me.
Like, I couldn't track them going from A to B to C with their conversations.
I was able to. Yeah, I was able to get it, no problem.
I might have just been sleep deprived. So that's probably not a thing that I'll press on.
Mississippi Burning, 1988 American crime thriller.
Loosely based on true events.
Similar to, again, Heaven's Gate.
Yes.
Where
it's
like...
Yeah.
Yep.
They were in the ballpark, I guess.
They took the thing that happened and then just kind of went off on their own.
And also everything else that happened in Mississippi also happened that day.
Yep. The sense of timing in this movie is very much you know months passed, but they do not inform you of that at all. So you just kind of have to go with it. Mississippi Burning. The movie opens with a shot of segregated drinking fountains and a church burning down to gospel music. So you know exactly where we
and
are.
it doesn't stop.
No. We then cut to a car of 3 civil rights advocates, 2 white and 1 black, driving down a southern road that gets chased by multiple vehicles. When one is revealed to be a cop car, they pull over. One of the...
And Merle from The Walking Dead shoots one of them in the head.
One of the angry mob, Frank Bailey, played by Michael Rooker, a.k.a. Merle from The Walking Dead. Rooker?
Rooker.
Yeah, Rooker, yeah.
Rooker.
Rooker?
Rooker.
I've always pronounced it Rooker. Okay, Rooker. Got it.
Yeah.
I would take Jude's word for it. He watched so much Walking Dead.
I did as well.
I also met him.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not like personally.
con,
it was
yeah.
at a meet and greet.
It
but,
is
you know.
spelled Rooker, but I've always heard it pronounced Rooker, so Rooker. Got it.
Really? I've always heard it pronounced Rooker.
Maybe I just hear
crazy?
it how I want to hear. Zuku? Yeah. Michael Zuku.
Or Almond Roca.
Roca. Yeah.
That sounds really good right now.
Yeah, Michael Rooker shows his face before shooting the driver in the head, and the mob kills the other 2 activists. And we don't really get the name Frank Bailey much, but you see Michael Rooker just kind of throughout the movie just being a racist piece of garbage.
I like to imagine that season 1 Merle and this guy are the same guy.
Yeah.
That's why they hired Michael Rooker for that job, probably. Like, who's one of the most famous racist actors who played racist? Ooh. Also, this made me think of... I recently heard a Roy Wood Jr. joke where he said one of the more unsung allies out there who don't get enough credit are... white actors who play racist in historical movies. And it's like, I've met them. They're super nice people, but they just have to go saying the N-word all day for 8 hours a day. They're sitting by themselves. Like, they don't get enough credit, so... and there's a lot of those in this movie.
Constantly.
FBI agents...
They pronounce it in ways I've never heard before, which I will not say out loud again.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of dated language that we will not be saying.
Nope.
FBI agents Rupert Anderson, played by Gene Hackman, a former Mississippi sheriff, and Alan Ward, played by our boy, Willem Dafoe, a by-the-book northerner.
Yep.
Drive to Jessup County, Mississippi, while reviewing the case files of the missing civil rights activists, because they don't know they were killed yet.
Yeah. Gene Hackman's character is jokingly singing Klan hymns to Willem Dafoe's character, and Willem Dafoe is being very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's very...
Rightfully uncomfortable.
It's very gallows humor. Like,
yeah.
They meet up with the county sheriff, Ray Stuckey, played by Gaylord Sartain or Sartain. I don't. It's a cool looking name.
Hey, my name's Gay Satan.
Right. And his deputy, Clinton Pell, played by Brad Dourif, a.k.a. Wormtongue from The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, shit! I thought he looked familiar. I thought I recognized his weird little worm face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Ain't that
good to
just
know
the way?
he's known as playing pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And neither the sheriff nor the deputy give any helpful information. The agents then go to a segregated diner, and Ward sits in the black section and asks questions of a young black man named Hollis, who refuses to answer. I do think that was kind of a baller move when I first saw the movie, of just like, fuck yeah, Willem, just like openly defy everybody, and then shit kept happening, so I'm like, okay.
And put that man in danger.
Yeah, listen, I wasn't thinking that part until it started happening. Then I was like, oh, right.
And put that man in danger to make yourself look good.
Yep. Yeah. That is the problem with White Savior.
Whole stunts with communication with everyone involved.
Yep. The agents then review the wreckage of the burned church that was suggested to be used as a voter registration clinic for the black citizens, which is why it was burned down. And then they proceed to question a neighboring couple without getting any helpful leads.
During this whole thing, I don't think I've seen very many Gene Hackman movies up to this point. I've only ever heard that, I don't remember him from Superman. I've seen the first Christopher Reeve Superman movie, but I don't remember him from it.
You haven't seen 2?
I've seen 2. Okay. I've seen 1 and 2. I just don't remember him from it. I do know that it is Alex Jones's fault that Gene Hackman is dead. By Alex Jones.
I'm probably gonna cut that just out of... Unless you want to explain.
They've done some episodes of Knowledge Fight where where Alex Jones was like, God gave me visions telling me to go to Gene Hackman, and I ignored them, and now he's dead.
Okay.
Anyway, I was just gonna say, I've never seen any Gene Hackman movies, but I can see his charm now. I can see why he was put in movies, even though he was a fucking notorious dick.
Oh, he was? Oh.
Oh yeah. Just the biggest prick.
Not heard anything about that, but that makes sense.
He's like a notorious asshole on set. And now he's dead. Continue.
Two completely unrelated things. Hollis is then confronted by a group of right men to not talk to the FBI again and then kidnapped. The FBI agents talk about the case in their hotel room until their room gets shot at and a burning cross is lit outside, prompting Ward to call in more FBI agents as backup.
I will say the exact same structure of the burning cross happens. Like the exact same implementation of it happens more than once in this movie, where they fire a shotgun into the window and then you look outside and there's a burning cross. That happens more than once, which was kind of, bear with me here, I thought it was kind of funny because... Okay, implement protocol burning cross. Yeah. Just like, okay, fire shotgun through window, light burning cross. Fuck, they don't have a window, boss. What do we do? Shit, fuck.
I get that, but that does make perfect sense. Once you find a method that works.
It does, but it's like, it just makes me think like, My mind my ADHD brain immediately puts a picture in my mind of like Klan bureaucracy of like, okay, fill out your form to get this to get the quartermaster to give you the cross, and then you take your shotgun, you fire it at the window.
What was it? I mean, fuck Quentin Tarantino. Was it Django Unchained that had that scene with the Klan like talking about who like cut the holes in the masks, and like arguing over whose wife did it, and like they're like, well, she did a bad job, and then the guy whose wife did it was like, my wife slaved all day for this, and blah blah blah, and then he just runs off.
The bickering, because.
Listen, every movement needs logistics, even the shit ones.
But also, it is funny to think about, like, them setting everything up, just them going there and be like, all right, we need the perfect sight line for the window there. It's like, quickly put this up without anyone hearing you and then light it on fire before we shoot. Like, just, Imagine
caring enough about such a shit thing that you create infrastructure around it,
and then call that infrastructure by wizards and cyclops and just shitty fucking
and Grand Kleagle.
They're such shitty, weaselly little fucking nerds.
The worst fucking dorks.
Yeah.
We will take a stand of that racists are the worst fucking dorks.
Yeah. Put them in oubliettes and let them starve until they're bones.
At a later date, we don't know exactly when, but probably when when the agents get there. the agents get there. They rent out a big like theater type thing to be their base of operations. Ward runs the plates that are owned by the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, Clayton Townley, played by Stephen Tobolowsky, who we see later. Love him as an actor. He is yeah.
Is this when the little like interstitial interviews start
Not
to happen?
quite.
Okay. Because I have some comments on that.
There's two of them. I'll let you know when that happens. So while they run the plates of Clayton Townley, Anderson confronts the sheriff and Mayor Tillman, played by Arlie Emery, in the barbershop. He then
also a piece of shit in different ways.
I like him as an actor.
I know, right? I was so disappointed because I found out around his death he was a Trump guy.
Yeah, that tracks. Damn it.
Yeah. It's. I liked him too. It hurts me too. I was so disappointed.
Anderson, after talking with the sheriff, then talks to. He does a fun line of like, you know what I like about baseball? It's the only place where a black person could wave a stick at a white person and not start a riot. And that was a nice little cheeky response to be like, you racist fucks.
Something I do like about Gene Hackman's character in this movie is that he repeats jokes in a very dorky way while also being terrifying.
Yeah. And I do like the interesting nature of basically you have the northerner who isn't aware of this stuff, kind of doing things by the book, and like the sheriff who's from around here who's like, you can't just like, you need to be a little bit subtle with these assholes because they will absolutely clamp up if you just go direct to it. But he still knows how to call them out in those ways because he's from there. And he then talks to women at a local beauty salon where he meets Mrs. Pell, Deputy Pell's wife, played by Frances McDormand, and the character's name is Mrs. Pell. We never get her first name in this movie. Boo!
I like how weird this actress's face is.
Oh, it's Frances McDormand. It's always that's her face though. She's been in a lot of things.
I like her weird teeth, and I would like to give her.
You would
a
like
smooch.
Fargo then? 3 Billboards out of Ebbing, Missouri. She was good in that as well. Burn Notice.
A respectful smooch, I might add. It would be very chaste.
She was also in Darkman because she was dating one of the Coen brothers and was roommates with the director of Darkman, who also did Evil Dead, who also did the Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi. Thank you for letting me get there. Yeah, she's a very good actress, and always Then at the salon, while Anderson is talking to Mrs. Pell at the salon, a car drives recklessly through the town and throws Hollis out in the street as a message.
Yeah.
The agents then find the missing activist car in a swamp near a Choctaw Reservation residence. Agent Ward then calls in for hundreds of agents and military personnel to comb the swamps for bodies. This is where we get the first one of the news interstitials of interviewing locals and their opinions on the matter.
This movie made me feel a lot of things. Primarily that nothing has fucking changed.
Yeah.
Yep.
It literally... everything that all the worst people in this movie said is literally unironically what all the biggest pieces of shit today are saying, but louder and with more backing from society.
There was a time where they had to... there was a brief period of time where they kind of had to be a little bit more subtle with it before going directly back into it, at least on a large scale, but then they just... moved back to be like, wait a second, we don't need to care anymore.
When I worked at... I heard people say that shit about Hispanic and Latino people.
Yep.
Like, I heard people say that, like, oh, they don't know how to use the bathroom correctly. And it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Just the most vile shit. And also, Still saying that shit about black people too. It's just like
Yeah. And Jewish people and like all of the things.
Yeah. We got out of Vietnam and went to Mississippi in the South in the 1960s. Or Mississippi in the 1960s. Cool.
Yeah, no, we're Jude sent a message about this being kind of like Willem's golden era, and I was like, this is definitely him doing prestige dramas.
Yeah.
This is his Oscar bait era at the moment.
Yeah. No. I meant it more when I said that he was entering his golden era. I meant more like this is when he started picking and choosing his films more.
Oh yeah.
And I could tell the quality is going up
when he could afford.
Yeah, when he can afford it. The quality of the movies are going up more steadily
because he had that big hit in Platoon, and you had that Oscar nod. You get that recognition, so then you can make choices.
Yeah, and I mean, in my only note, once again, I'm always just kind of freeballing it. My only note for the movie was pretty decent film with the white savior complex.
Yeah.
And it's, which is to say, it kind of deserves its 7 out of 10, in that it's like a well shot film. There's like, and I was kind of intrigued at a lot of parts. I know we're not done with the summary yet. I was intrigued at a lot of parts, but there were other parts that I like rolled my eyes at, and obviously
it's very well done.
Exploit. Yeah, it's very well done. But they do a lot of exploitation of black people and women.
Yeah, the black people are just props. The women are also, to a lesser extent, props.
Can you name a single woman's first name in this movie? No, you can't.
No. Well, to be fair, I couldn't name any first names.
Aaron, the little boy.
Yeah, Aaron and Hollis.
Who wants a black sheriff, and I just want to sit down with that little boy and be like, "That's
help.
not going to solve anything. Please, I'm from the future. That's not going to solve anything."
Yes,
please, little boy, run, and
he
never
went
look
to
back.
Detroit, so they do
God.
mention the family went to Detroit after what happened later.
I'm sure Detroit turned out fine.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely fine.
I haven't heard about Detroit.
The Lions have been in the playoffs the last couple of years. That's going great. Eminem is from there. That's they comb the swamp for bodies, and then we get the interstitial of locals saying just very bad things. They run the gambit, and we have a couple of them, like a couple different times. They run the gambit from thank you. That's my X-Men thing. Yep. Yes,
I could tell.
Mon Chéri, they run the gamut from. They're all bigoted, but from at least like somewhat self-aware acknowledgement of the bigotry to just complete awfulness and everything in between, of like absolute malicious to just like ignorant malicious, and just all the gambit of awful.
A lot of old ladies with pursed lips in this movie that gave me PTSD.
And there was one old guy in front of like a little like a pig pen that was just using the horrible language, but almost being like, it's like, maybe that's not right, or saying things of like, they want us that, like,
yeah, he was like, it's real awful how all those slurs are being treated.
And it's real. You confuse me, old man, because you are very stuck in your ways, but you almost get it, which is true of a lot of people. So that's very real.
Oh yeah. I mentioned at some point, like there obviously there is a limit, but there is also something to be said about like people who don't necessarily use the right language, but still have the right idea of it being helpful to.
You have to learn the language.
He a little confused, but he got the spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to learn the right language, and so, like, not knowing the right language until is fine until people say, hey, here's the right language. And then when you kind of reject it, that becomes a little iffy there. But
basically all of these things this is an exaggeration, but like I will say, I am a janitor at a hospital, and I used to be on day shift where I cleaned patient rooms. And physicality wise, I would say I am bigot passing. And so occasionally I would just be cleaning the rooms of old people. And the conversation would be going nice, and then they would just start saying some bigoted shit, expecting me to be like, yes, excellent, this is where I wanted the conversation to go. And it was always jarring every single time. Like one day, the lady that I was cleaning the room of was like very sweet, and like it was like a very nice conversation. Then suddenly she was like, I like this local hospital a lot more than other local hospital. Their staff are all Somali. And it's just like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna clean this room much quicker now.
And nothing currently going wrong with Somali people at the moment.
No. Basically, that's all to say that I like all those old ladies with pursed lips talking about how black people are in this movie. Gave me flashbacks.
I am a taller white guy, bald white guy with a beard, so I am also big at passing. And that is very frustrating too. I've had plenty of people at work like have some sort of conversation that then leads into them talking about vaccines in a way that I could tell are going to be negative, and then I just have to instantly go, and they're great. I just instantly just throw that in there to be like, we're not going here. Like, masks are a good thing. Like,
yes.
You can start to tell when things are going to go one way, so you just have to throw your thing in to be like, I don't know about that, and.
Yeah.
I'm pretty non-confrontational with strangers, so when they start having those kind of conversations with me, I either disengage or I hit them with the, well, I don't really see what the big deal is.
That's that valid thing, just completely.
I don't know, guys. I think we may have the wrong of it.
They're like going off about masks or trans people, but I'm like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Can't we all just
do you ever think that we're all?
Do you
ever think that we're all being manipulated by the bourgeoisie and just go full fucking communist on them?
Do you ever think that the birds are fake?
Yeah, that's how you get them, and then just weed in Marxist language through the birds are fake conspiracy. We then get a montage of increasing violence of white people against the black neighborhoods. I also, in the summary, I have to write the black a lot in here, and it feels weird how many times I'm gonna have to say it, but it's very important.
That's gotta.
You actually do have to separate it because that's the point of the movie, but
yeah, it feels bad. It's a good thing this movie solved racism, though. Otherwise, we'd be in a real pickle right now.
The agents then go to question Deputy Pell's alibi after they do have a conversation with Aaron at a... I am definitely going to skip some things, but yeah, there's a conversation with Aaron and like churchgoers on the burnt property of the church, and when the agents pull up, they all scatter, because...
Yeah. Cops.
Yeah, and then Aaron tells them to go question the cops, and so they do that. And while Ward questions the deputy, Anderson strikes up a rapport with Mrs. Pell, and suspects that the deputy and sheriff are Klan members. Dun dun dun.
What?
Cops being Klan members? Crazy.
Some of those who work forces are the ones who burn crosses? Oh. The Klan then further terrorizes a black church, I think a separate church that they went to congregate after their other one got burned down.
If I may pause, my personal favorite scene was the confrontation at the burned down church.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought the acting of the kid was pretty good.
That was a solid one.
The kid was very good in this movie. He looked familiar. I don't remember who he is.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that might have been your favorite scene, Cyan, but I don't know.
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, I don't know how far it is into the movie.
It's near the end.
I'm gonna say it's Barbara related.
Nope.
The scene just added more depth to the black characters than most of the other scenes in the movie.
And it's the last bit of that we get.
Yeah, only just it's
Yeah.
It's kind of the last bit of that we get, and it kind of just feels like everything else in this movie, like a tool to feed us little bits of information so we care just a little bit more about these characters before they just put them through more hell.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exploiting the, especially in the 80s, like the people who know this thing was bad in the past, but it's instead of actually addressing what made it bad and the people who actually did it, it's exploiting the feelings that people have for it in order to tell a story of white people being, and the FBI being the good guys, when that was objectively not the case. The FBI were like absolutely in the real scenario this is based off of. The FBI were 100% harassing the civil rights activists who were actually, and then the local black activists of the community who were actually trying to solve things. And yeah,
what did they say cause events to happen to? Let's say Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
And then every year on Martin Luther King Day, tweet out how much they respected him.
Yeah. And the FBI killed Martin Luther King. I'm quoting Bo Burnham. That's not an actionable thing. FBI agent watching this.
Yes.
Podcast.
Bo Burnham is correct. So,
Oh, tomorrow's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I just remembered that.
it is. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow, that is a hell of a coincidence. That is.
We've gotten good at like our movies are falling on like interesting days when we record them. That's actually
Am I having like prophet epilepsy where like I feel bad on some of the days we record, so we have to put it off? But it turns out it lines up perfectly with fucking.
Right. We then get another montage of Native men searching the swamp, and then this is the second time we get the white locals telling the media about their opinions on segregation, and this is the one where we get the old man who's just like, "Oh, you're so fucking close, dude."
It's like if whenever you meet an old man whose political position you cannot pin down.
Yes. We also get two separate interviews from the mayor and Clayton Townley defending their racist beliefs. And this, I loved how Clayton Townley, Stephen Tobolewsky, amazing actor, absolutely love him. He's great in so many things, and he plays the racist really well here. But in this, he says, "I am sick of outsiders trying to, and you media people trying to twist what Mississippians mean. What we stand for," and then say some of the most racist shit you've ever heard in your life. And it's like, no, that's what we think you mean, dude.
He basically lays out the John Birch Society,
but it's funny how he...
platform.
How he's preceded that by saying, "I'm sick of you media twisting what we stand for." It's like, no, we think that's what you stand for, and that's the problem. That's the thing you don't understand.
If anything, we went too easy on you in Reconstruction, man.
Dude,
we should have brought the boot down, honestly.
When you realize that, oh no, the Confederacy did win, it was just very, very delayed.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
During a civil rights protest, where a bunch of people were marching down the street and getting yelled at by racists, Anderson gets information on how the Klan works with the sheriff offices from Mrs. Pell. I think it was a very well shot scene where, and also at the beauty salon, the coworker of Mrs. Pell, who is just this horny middle-aged, just this horny lady who's
She's
like,
so
"Hey,
horny.
I want to fuck an FBI agent. Have him question me, please."
Send me a hot FBI agent to fuck. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mr. FBI man. Send one of your boys here to fuck.
I have all the information you guys require.
They're called my eggs.
Jesus Christ. But they have that conversation there, and then you just kind of go to the window and
spit in my eye.
Moving on. Anderson and Pell are like at the window looking out from the beauty shop into the protest, and you just see her mouth some words, and like you just hear the audio from like being filmed outside, and I thought that was well filmed, but I kind of be like, wait, did I miss something? And then went back. I was like, oh, okay, now I know what the point of this was, but.
You find out in the next scene what they were talking
and it's
about.
information on how.
Yeah,
they were. Oh, I did also forget another thing. Or just before this, Anderson confronted the social club. Went to the social club to confront the Klan members, where he just fucking grabs Michael Rooker by his fucking nuts.
Yeah.
What is it with these movies and grabbing people's nuts? What is it with these movies and just like going straight for the nuts?
Masculinity. It's an easy way to like control a situation and demasculate someone by being like I got you by the balls, bitch. Like it's yeah. The agents after they get information from Mrs. Pell, the agents questions the deputy about they then see the deputy helping the Klan attacking a black man once he gets released. Mm-hmm. They arrest him, keep him until a certain time, and then release him, and then send their Klan goons on him. Then the agents were able to save this black man, but couldn't get him to press charges because, of course. Yeah, but they still question the deputy about him, that doesn't go anywhere, and then the victim's house then gets firebombed, and then a black child sees...
Yeah, a black child sees it. Aaron, the other child, is brought along by the FBI agents to convince the child to testify, and then the... people who are put on trial are essentially...
The judge finds the culprits guilty, but sympathizes with them because of, quote, outside agitators, quote. Yep. Again, not a phrase of words that we are hearing a lot in our current time as of recording. It just stays the fucking same. Mm-hmm. And the judge, sympathizes with them and suspends their prison sentences, letting them off scot-free. The black community then riots with frustration.
Justifiably so.
A thing we continually see. Justifiably so.
I do appreciate that this movie wasn't all peace policey on that part. Like, I was not expecting it to be so sympathetic to that. Like, that is a notch in the win column for this movie that I will
That is a thing we have gotten worse on, I think, of as a society. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Like, there's so many fucking protests where, like, even the people who are supposedly on your side are like, well, don't do it this way, it'll make us look bad.
Don't take the bait.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man, I saw a garbage can caught on fire 3 seconds ago. You are not in the right place.
In 2020, a Minneapolis police precinct was burned down, and it was popular. Like, at the time, people agreed with it. So, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, I'll probably give away where I live by mentioning these events. There's so many times during the George Floyd protests around where I live that so many of the people who infiltrated the protests to be like quote unquote leaders and like people who are like, now everyone is a peaceful demonstration, turned out to be either like sex pests or working for the cops.
That narrows you down to a city in America. So
yes. So it's just like, do not tolerate peace police at your protests, I should say.
Then afterwards, the Klan terrorizes Aaron's family by burning down their farm, and attempted to lynch his father. But Aaron cuts the father.
successfully lynched his father.
I thought he survived.
The funeral afterwards.
I thought it was for the
him.
activists.
I'm pretty sure it was for the activists.
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another funeral that he was?
I don't think so.
Did
I don't
he
think.
die?
I don't think
remember.
so.
They saved him.
It seems like he Aaron was able to cut him down and say, like you're breathing, come on, and so you don't see him afterwards. You don't see either of them afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do say, Willem Dafoe does say they have family in Detroit, and he sends them to Detroit.
Oh, that's what he was talking. Okay,
So
okay, I get it now. Because it really seemed to me like
he was
the
still
dad
breathing
died.
when he got cut down.
So he was still, but you can still die from.
We do not get confirmation over whether or not the dad died, and I think that was purposeful because they wanted to decide in the dialogue, and then they decided to not say it at all. So I am assuming he survived. That's why I said attempted to lynch without successfully.
Yeah.
But could have
That
been
makes
successful. Sense. That's a completely valid reading of the movie. Yeah, and then after the attempted lynching, Anderson and Ward have more talk about this.
There's a lot of and here's where I'll just press on this slightly. Their back and forths don't really make sense to me.
It did to me.
A lot of times it just felt like they were in conflict for something I couldn't tell why they were in conflict about, and then they pivoted to talking about something else as if they were talking about that the whole time.
Because they kind of were. Because they were kind of realizing that all of our bickering and argument is from our greater disagreement on how to do things properly, and they both want to see justice be done, but they disagree on how to do it, and it all kind of boils back down to that.
But Willem was getting mad at him before he was doing the bad cop
but
stuff.
He was always right. But he was always kind of if I may, I feel like Willem Dafoe's character Agent Ward felt like Anderson was justifying the South a bit through his methods, and he wanted to not take any of this shit and not and just come in and be like, y'all are bad bastards and we're not going to tolerate this. And Anderson was more of a.
But he wasn't, though. Clearly, he was getting information.
Yeah, I know, but it was still the way he did it.
On stuff like an investigator.
Yeah. But there are still arguments over how to investigate.
I think Willem Dafoe's character seemed really wary of him most of the movie.
Yeah.
And even I was kind of wary of him. I was like, is this guy actually just a covert racist, you know?
I never got that from him, but
I did.
He grew up in Mississippi, so there is an element of that to him that I don't think he would be not racist for the time of the 60s, but very racist of today.
His whole thing is that he's able to speak the language and press on where it hurts for the locals.
Yeah,
and Willem Dafoe wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, no, and the movie kind of warms you up to him and stuff.
And then for some reason he fucks that guy's wife. Presumably.
I'm going to choose that they just stopped at that kiss.
Okay.
Because I want to, because I like it better if it's more platonic.
It makes no sense. It makes zero sense that they are into each other.
I like their flirtation.
I don't. I really don't.
I liked it. I thought it worked. He's that Southern charm Gene Hackman was able to do really well. It tracked easily for me. Although
the dynamics of the whole thing made me feel ick.
Oh, fair. No, fair. That is why I want them to. That's why in my head I was like, this flirtation is entirely platonic, and I am refusing to believe any evidence that says otherwise.
I just thought it could do without the shoehorned romance.
I don't think it was shoehorned.
I think it was shoehorned.
But
you
needed the rapport, and I think the rapport worked with them.
You needed the rapport. They don't need to be into each other.
It felt more platonic than romantic to me, and that was me forcing it on. I know what the movie wanted.
I don't understand you saying that. It was clearly
it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was clearly romantic.
No, I know, but But I think you can have that type of flirtation and still have it not be romantic, you know?
Is this gonna be another fucking sarcasm?
It was clearly romantic.
I know, I am telling you, I know that's what they meant. I understand that. I am refusing it because I would prefer it if it wasn't that.
As much as you refuse it, that's still what the movie did.
Right, and I am reading it differently.
Okay.
Because I think there is a way you could have played it more or less exactly the same and still have it be platonic. I don't think they played it in a way where it needed to be romantic.
They were flirting pretty hard.
Yeah.
You can flirt platonically.
But not like that. That was...
Not like that. Not in the 60s.
That's true. That's actually very true. All right.
Not even in the 80s, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They went a little hard, and I'm absolutely forcing my way into it. I fully understand that, but
it was completely not needed. They could have just been like, had like a rapport, like you said, but like instead they made it romantic.
They could have kept most of the lines the same too. It's just changed the delivery just a little bit on all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we do fully agree on that.
Like when they kissed, I was like, what?
Yeah. No, it made sense because it made sense.
No, it didn't.
With how they were flirting with each other. Like, yeah, I just wish it didn't happen.
Well, like their whole romance didn't make any fucking sense. Like literally all, I don't know. It just didn't fit for me at all.
She clearly was not happy in a relationship, and she went.
Yes, that doesn't mean she wants to fuck the FBI agent.
No, but sometimes when you're in that, the first person who makes you feel like you're not a worthless piece of shit can bring that out of you in a way that, again, it's toxic and not good, but it makes sense.
Kinda, I guess.
Like, a man who can kind of relate to me and what I'm going through is being nice to me. Oh, okay, well, I guess I have to do the only thing women are good for in the South and, like, be romantically involved.
She did say she literally married the first boy that made her laugh.
And that's that's a small town thing. That is 100% a small town thing.
Yeah, that's probably just a thing that she does.
Where were we? So, Deputy Pell attends a Clayton Townley political rally, Anderson talks to Mrs. Pell, where she tells him that her husband helped kill the activists and where the bodies are. After the bodies are collected,
the sheriff tells the deputy, go home and beat your wife, and then he does.
Yeah, after the bodies are collected, Deputy Pell thinks his wife told the agents about the bodies and assaults her because the sheriff was like, get your shit in order. And while she is in the hospital, Ward and Anderson fight over how to go after the culprits and agree to do it Anderson's way after Willem Dafoe almost pulls a gun on Gene Hackman.
Yeah, that was okay. That was a good scene. I didn't like it though because I still like it was still part of like the whole structure of this movie that just kind of made me like. Yeah. My favorite scene is coming up.
I figured. After the funeral of the activists, specifically the black one in the black church, the agents kidnap the mayor and have a black man threaten to torture him.
A black man kidnaps a black man hired by the agents kidnaps the mayor, brings him to a shack, and threatens to cut off his balls.
The mayor then explains the details of the complete details of the murders and who did it because torture works apparently.
I'll let it slide this time.
Right, people being threatened to be tortured. It's okay.
Yeah. This scene was a breath of fresh air in this movie for me. This scene where just like a terrified Arlie Emery with tape over his mouth is just looking at this man describing cutting off his balls with a tiny razor blade. It's just like, oh yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I would say my favorite scene is the next time where someone is the next one of that's coming up shortly.
Yeah, that one I didn't really like. I didn't really like it because it was just another one of those like make white people feel good about themselves movies, like or scenes where it's just like And now we have the white FBI agent be like, "Don't hit your wife," even though 40%. And
that was more. I'm more talking. You're completely right about that. I'm just more talking about the way it was filmed, and like the acting done in it was very well choreographed. The acting was like super tense, and it was just done in a from a film point of view. That's why I love that scene more.
Willem Dafoe's perspective was very funny, where he was just like, "Man, I gotta stop this." And then the agent that works for Anderson is like, "Nope, you're not going in there." And he's just like, "Fine, I guess I'll just listen to this man get the shit kicked out of him."
Agents then devise, after they get this information from the mayor that they cannot use in court, but they still have the information, so they then devise a plan to go after the culprits on federal civil rights charges to bypass the local courts. Which again, one of the few actual true things about this case. They set up a meeting with the culprits, and they set up a meeting with the culprits without no one knowing who it is, just so they can.
They surreptitiously get messages to them that are like, they fake them being from people that they know, so they think that they're being invited to a meeting by people that they know.
In a church that is wired.
They all arrive at the church that they meet at and realize that no one knows who called this meeting, so they're just like, fuck, this church is bugged, we're not going to say anything, we're going to walk out of here.
They say enough to make them realize that Lester is the weakest link, and that is who they go after. Because when they say, we're not going to say anything, right, Lester? Then it's like, you gave too much.
Yeah. Racists. The dippest of shits.
Agent Anderson. So they set up a meeting and find the weakest of the group, Lester. They basically take them in the car and say his buddies have all like turned on him and tried to like kind of push him and have him be seen with them.
Yeah.
And then, after they drop him off in the black neighborhood, Agent Anderson interrupts Deputy Pell's shave at the barber shop because you see the barber go to shave, and then you just see a hand come in and replace it, and then just start getting rough with it. And then it's Gene Hackman, and then the look on the deputy's eyes as he's doing his speech of like, "You piece of shit." Yeah,
very
it was
tongue.
Again.
Very
the acting of
tongue.
both these people in this scene was amazing.
I thought it was a little indulgent.
Also, yes, but I don't know. I was okay with the indulgence, but you're not wrong.
I just had enough of these whiteys at this point.
But Agent Anderson proceeds to beat the fucking shit out of him. Lester then almost gets killed at his house, again, through the shotgun through the window and...
Standard cross-burning procedure,
yep, the KKK SOP. And the Klan thinks he ratted on him, and so they go chase him, go to kill him, but the agents save his life, and then he agrees to test it.
No, they don't, actually. Do they
not?
The agents faked it. Those weren't Klan members. Those were agents.
I misconstrued that scene. I apologize.
It was the agents because one of the agents on Anderson's side is Jigsaw.
Yes, Tobin, Tobin something.
I didn't even notice. Tobin Bell.
Yeah, Jigsaw's in this movie. He's very young.
When they went to grab Lester at his place of work where he's like sewing stuff, and he asked for the guy who asked for $20 can you break a 20, and then basically gets him out there. That's Tobin Bell.
There's literally a scene where the FBI agents go up to the quote-unquote Klansmen, and the Klansmen take off their masks, and they're the agents, and they're like, "Ha, fucking got him."
My fault. I was not paying attention. I did not pay attention enough to that through through that and the summary. I was trying to get through it, so I apologize. So, good catch, Sai.
Not a hot take, but a weird take. I think he looks hotter older.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Agreed.
He looks like a fetus younger. he looks like a long fetus.
No, he's always been an old man that I've always found to be very attractive.
Young him looks like a human Bert.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I'm not wrong.
And he looks better without hair.
Yeah, or at least blonde. Black hair does not look good on him. Or
he didn't have black hair.
Gray is better.
Brown.
I thought it was brown.
He was like
black or brown.
blondish brown.
It was brown. Yeah.
It didn't look blonde to me, but does not matter. I also wasn't paying enough attention, clearly, so take my word for nothing.
I as soon as he grabbed his hand and threatened to slam it in the cash register, I was like, "Careful, that's Jigsaw."
Yep.
He means what he says.
Do you want to play a game? So then they get Lester to testify through that thing. So they now have Lester testify on that. So then they arrest all of the people involved with that, and we get a montage of them being arrested and then them coming out of the courthouse of how long they served. Everyone served.
Okay. Not how long they served, how long they were sentenced to.
You're right.
And none of them served longer than 6 years.
You're right. You're right. I forgot.
Only 7 out of the 19 people who were put on trial were convicted, and the remaining 7 did not serve more than 6 years.
Apparently, doing a little bit of research, they did convict someone of doing all 3 murders later. We'll get to that in a bit.
I was waiting to reveal my research till the end.
That is a tease. Anyway, and then after all of these guys are sentenced, the mayor commits suicide because of the guilt of his involvement. Agent Anderson.
Coward.
Agent Anderson then visits.
Live with your guilt.
Agent Anderson then visits Mrs. Pell's destroyed home, where she says she plans on staying. And then the final thing is the Black Church sings a hymn on the remnants of the burnt church, symbolizing hope and justice, I guess?
And there's white people with the black people now. So racism solved. And also a vandalized
Research
grave.
boy, please wow us with your research. That was not sarcastic.
So, similarly to our episode on Heaven's Gate, the movie is only loosely based on real events. It's not as tasteless as it could be, especially for an 80s film. But that's an awfully low bar.
Yep.
Screenwriter.
This movie did rightfully piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, exactly. Screenwriter Chris Gerolmo, I don't know how to say that, got inspiration for the movie after researching the murders of the civil rights activists Michael Schwerner, James Chaney, and Andrew Goodman by the Ku Klux Klan in June 1964. In addition to pulling from real-life events, the book Inside Hoover's FBI, which chronicles the subsequent trial, was also used as inspiration. All 3 of the activists that the movie is based off of were associated with the Council of Federated Organizations and its member organization, the Congress of Racial Equality, or CORE. They were known for encouraging disenfranchised black voters into registering, and they all around supported the uplifting of black people across the country. And just like in the movie, it was 2 Jewish men and 1 black man that were killed by the local police force who were members of the Ku Klux Klan. After being pulled over for speeding in Neshoba County, Mississippi, the activists were let go, only for the local police to later abduct and shoot them. 3 days after their disappearance, their bodies were found dumped in an earthen dam. The cops were, much like in the movie, white knights and members of the Ku Klux Klan. The murders sparked national outrage, and when the state of Mississippi refused to prosecute, the federal government charged 18 people with civil rights violations. Even so, only seven were charged and 1 pleaded guilty. In 2005, Edgar Ray Killen was also finally charged with manslaughter and died in prison in 2018. The filmmakers had to change the names of certain people involved for legal reasons, likely because not everyone suspected of the crime was convicted yet, if I had to guess.
That's 100% probably why. This one is...
The county inside of the movie is fictional.
This character is named Blarls Blanson.
And also, if you have more of this, but there was a real controversy of all of the civil rights activists who were there. Were like, oh, this movie makes the FBI seems like they did shit when they absolutely fucking didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but yeah, that was kind of the vibe that I got.
Yeah, there were several. I believe Martin Luther King's daughter said something about like this movie just kind of like makes the black people like background characters, and for the FBI to come in and be hero too. That might have been a different. I just glanced at the Wikipedia. That's where I'm getting it from. I'm a hack and a fraud, and I don't know why I'm the third host on this podcast.
Because you came up with the idea, and we haven't bought you out of it yet.
I'm basically a legacy hire for this.
Yes. It's so Coretta Scott King, the widow of Martin Luther King, said, "quote yes. How long will they have to wait before Hollywood finds the courage and the integrity to tell the stories of some of the many thousands of black men, women, and children who put their lives on the line for equality?"
Yep.
And then another.
This is definitely a white savior movie.
Yes. And people just hate how all the black people were viewed to be just like cowardly and like. It's very the white savior view of like, oh, they're just so helpless without us to come in there and teach them how to help themselves. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I'm remembering one specific scene from this movie where they saved that black guy from a lynching, and the black guy doesn't say or do anything. He's just held by Willem Dafoe like he's an infant, and Willem Dafoe is just like, these monsters, like we don't get anything from the black character in that scene whatsoever. Like, he could have said anything. like I was half expecting a quick cut in the scene, and he would have turned out to be like a bad CGI baby, like from American Sniper.
They're holding a puppet.
That was not a CGI. That was not a CGI baby. That was just a doll
or a baby doll. Yeah. A black man doll.
Yep.
Just
Willem Dafoe is like puppeting his mouth, but it's not even saying
just
anything.
Like just like puppet the mouth and just say the horror. They didn't want to pay that extra for another day on set, so they just got a puppet.
Right. I do also want to say, and also both the writer and the director of this movie, guess what race they are? They're white, of course. They're both white. Like.
There's no funny answer I can give that won't also be a little bit racist. So I will say white.
Translucent,
absolutely. And the director, he in response to the criticisms at the time, defended the film, stating that it was fiction in the same way that Platoon and Apocalypse Now are now fictions of the Vietnam War. It's like, no, it's not, dude.
Platoon was a personal retelling of a story that happened to the director. Apocalypse Now was just a fun way to watch an actor have a meltdown through
and a
film.
Retelling of The Heart of Darkness, which is an anti-colonial story too, through the lens of Vietnam.
I've never seen Apocalypse Now. Anyway,
but it's also funny because Platoon and Apocalypse Now are very clearly saying war is wrong and are doing it through a very clear thing. You are saying Southern people are crazy, right? We have to teach them how to be better. It's like, fuck. Yeah. Like, you're not Oliver Stone. And Oliver Stone's crazy, but you're not fucking Oliver Stone, dude.
Not one mention of Malcolm X in this movie, I will add.
Not one mention of Malcolm X. Didn't halfway mention Martin Luther King as a way to show the white people didn't like him. But again, it's ugh.
Yeah, Malcolm X specifically said, like, black people should arm themselves because, like, and gave an example of the FBI fucking up this investigation. as an example of why.
Yeah, the FBI fucked up the investigation real hard in reality.
Yeah.
And, but this movie did help inspire Jerry Mitchell, the journalist who helped convict the Kiln guy 30 years later. So. Yeah. It was important to white people at the time. Still doesn't justify.
Like I said, this movie solved racism, and it's because of this movie that we are not in let's say, a hellscape where Donald Trump is president, and there's a genocide in Gaza, and there's deportations happening on an ethnic cleansing level, and yeah.
Raggy.
Willem Defend or Willem Dafoe?
Willem Defend or Willem Dafoe?
You know, I'm something of
William Dafoe.
myself.
Arm's length Willem Defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd trust him with my drink.
Yeah?
He'd be a Willem Defend that I would try to be like, okay, you seem to have like a good head on your shoulders. Why are you in the FBI?
We
like,
here's the thing. We've said this before, and I think this is another perfect example of a Willem acquaintance.
Yes.
Willem acquaintance. Yes, this is a Willem acquaintance. 100%.
The character is like, and again, I said this earlier. He is so much more of a white savior in this movie than he was in the previous movie, and it's kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, again, he is borderline fetile.
Very
he
young.
is like so young in this movie somehow.
He looks very good in a 60s aesthetic.
Yes, he
In a
does.
traditional
Yeah, he does.
kind of 60s suit aesthetic.
I feel like I feel like this role didn't really give Willem much to work with, which was disappointing.
No.
Like if it felt like he can play subtle, but like he can't really like. If that's all you give him, then like you're not really using all of the Willem Dafoe.
But they haven't learned what all of the Willem Dafoe is yet. I don't even think he has.
Yeah, that is fair. But like, yeah, Willem acquaintance. Did we like the movie? Not really.
It was mediocre.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very middling.
Yeah. It wasn't the worst, but
I
it
liked
wasn't
it more
the
than
best
Heaven's
either.
Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. This is like, I think we're in a run of him doing his like leading actor kind of surge after he got known in Platoon. So now they're trying to be like, let's see if he fits here. And I think it's going to be a lot of Oscar bait stuff that's going to be competent, if not great movies, because I haven't heard a lot of these movies before. So
I think competent's a good word for it.
Yeah, they're all going to be very well done. Whether or not they're good is a different story.
Yeah. So far, Last Temptation is still definitely at the top of this 10 for me.
As the one who was the least, who liked Last Temptation the least, I will say the same. Yeah, but they're close for me.
Yeah. Well, my friends, we have come to the Willem Defend. Join us next week when I will probably have a painting desk for my mini setup, and also we will watch
Triumph of the Spirit.
Oh, thank God you finished that. And I was just, for a second, I was like, wait, what? What the fuck are you about to say? Are you about to say Triumph of the Will? Are you about to say Triumph of the Will? Are we going to watch Triumph of the Will? Was Willem Dafoe in Triumph of the Will? And then Triumph of the Spirit. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Don't worry,
Bye,
don't worry,
everyone.
don't worry,
Bye.
don't worry. It's not going to be we're not doing another Ku Klux Klan movie. We're doing a Holocaust movie. Bye!
Oh, fuck.
Bye.
You've been listening to Willem the Filmography. Our theme song is Cherry Metal by Arthur Vick. You can find this podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and most places you find podcasts. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and review anywhere you can. Follow us on social media at Willem the Films on Blue Sky and Willem.thefilms on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. And share our podcast with anyone you think might like it. If you would like to support monetarily, check out our Willem the Filmography Patreon and support there. Thanks for listening.
Bravo, sir. I've had about enough of your shit too, Billy.